Hi!
Hello, and welcome to the Daily Almanac for August 27th. So, let's get started.
First day in history!
On this day in history, August 27th, 1859, Colonel Edwin L. Drake drilled the first successful oil well in the United States near Titusville, Pennsylvania. Also, on this day in 1908, Lyndon Baines Johnson, who became the 36th President of the United States, was born near Johnson City, Texas. In the 1960 campaign, Johnson was elected Vice President. On November 22, 1963, when President Kennedy was assassinated, Johnson was sworn in as president. Building a great society was to be Johnson's program when he was elected president in 1964. His program included aid to education, attack on disease, Medicare, conservation, a war on poverty, and removal of obstacles to the right to vote. Controversy over the war in Vietnam led him to decide not to run for president in 1968. And on this day in 1962, the United States launched the Mariner 2 space probe, which flew past Venus the following December. Today on Word Power, we're going to talk about the word jargon. Jargon is a kind of language that is used by experts. Usually, it's hard to understand jargon. For example, a rock climber might say, "I climbed a 510B pitch today." Now, what she means by that jargon is that the cliff she climbed was rated as a very difficult climb, which requires a lot of skill. The word jargon comes from the Old French word, which means a chattering from birds.
Extremes.
Today on Extremes, we ask, what is the longest day ever recorded on Earth? The answer is today. Because of the moon's gravitational pull, the Earth's rotation is actually slowing down. In fact, each 100 years, our Earth's rotation slows down by 2/100ths of a second. Each time the Earth completes a rotation, we experience one day. So the longer the rotations are, the longer our days are. That means that each new day is a tiny fraction of a second longer than the one that came before it. So once again, the longest day ever recorded on Earth is always today.
Health tips.
Even though your body will stop growing, your mind keeps learning your whole life through. Questions are an important tool for your mind's growth, so it's important to ask for information you need. However, sometimes people ask a question they could answer for themselves, either by thinking about it a little or looking for the answer on their own. And that's another way to help your mind grow stronger. So the next time you have a question, pause for a moment and think if you could answer it for yourself in some way. If not, then go ahead and ask someone else. Fanny Lou Hamer was born on October 6, 1917 in Montgomery County, Mississippi. She was the granddaughter of slaves. In 1962, she went to a voter registration meeting and was surprised to learn that African Americans actually had a constitutional right to vote. Hamer went to the courthouse to register to vote. But this was a dangerous decision. When Hamer and others went to the courthouse, they were jailed and beaten by the police. Hamer would not be discouraged. She traveled around the country speaking and registering people to vote. Hamer was an inspirational figure to many involved in the struggle for civil rights. She died on March 14, 1977, at the age of 59. Well, that's all the time we have left today for Daily Almanac. Thanks for stopping by, And I hope to see you tomorrow.